and fix my cheeks real quick.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the 49ers and the Birds, and it's coming up next.
We're just a stone's throw from the Delaware River. We've got some water to contend with ourselves. A steady rain falling at Lincoln Financial Field. Straight ahead is a rematch of last year's NFC Championship game, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the defending NFC champs, the Philadelphia Eagles. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Well, what a season it was for these Eagles and these Philly fans last year. An 8-0 start. 14-3 final record, 2 blowout wins in the NFC playoffs before coming up a bit short in Super Bowl 57.
And a good thing for Philadelphia is they try and get back to the Super Bowl. Many of the key pieces they had last year are back. Remember, this is the number 3 offense in the league, number 2 defense, and they threw in a heck of an NFL draft. They expect to contend one more time.
Then for the visiting 49ers, they're exciting on the offensive side of the ball, but it's the defense that really provides a lot of stability. They were second by a whisker to the Bills in total defense a year ago.
And they have all pro-caliber players at all 3 levels, all capable of taking over a game.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Niners offense set to go to work, and it's last year's revelation, Brock Purdy, who leads them out in season number 2 from Iowa State.
And there's a word that constantly gets thrown around with this guy when you talk to anyone in the building. Potential. They are sky high on what they believe he can grow into in the role of a starting quarterback. In addition, there are plenty around the league who think that as well. And years from now, he can still be leading this offense out.
Here's the Pro Bowler, Christian McCaffrey. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
Throwing on second down, it's Purdy. To the sideline and incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground incomplete.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Throwing here, Purdy. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 23. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. So here come the Eagles, the defending NFC champs, led out by a man who was the runner-up to Patrick Mahomes at MVP balloting a season ago. Of course, that's Jalen Hurts.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
They'll start with the option. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. Hurts. It's a room to maneuver. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Mancovers are so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Throwing is Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Now 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Hurts.
And he's got it.
And the Eagles are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up for the 1st and goal.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Swift is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. So that a great sequence for these guys to begin the ball game. They force the punt on one end and come right down the field and score on the other.
And that's a great example of leaning on each other and building a little momentum that way. How about the defense forcing the punt? Turns it over to the offense with confidence, and they take it downfield and score.
The point after through the raindrops, something good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Taken at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. 2nd possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. And it may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Hassan Reddick coming through with a stop there and a tackle for loss to boot.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Purdy now on 2nd down. That's complete out left to Ayuk.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
Now, I'm not putting him in the Hall of Fame, but if you look at the great linebackers in history, they all have that ability to innately sense where a play is going, sometimes even before the ball is snapped, and they're there and they end up making the play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, McCaffrey's got it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A nice little gain. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Here's Hurts to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. Oh, what a juke into space. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
Well, so often now we're praising tight ends for their nimbleness and how they catch the ball downfield. But occasionally we get a reminder that tight ends, they've got that tough guy aspect too. How about him catching that short one there, shaking off tacklers, and turning that into an expansive gain downfield?
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that's out to the flat for Swift. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it's 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Again, he'll drop to throw. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
He's a talented runner. That means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. He's settling in nicely here in the first quarter running the football. Remember, he already has the touchdown run.
And you can feel the vibe, can't you? He's in unison with his offensive front. They are in concert together. So if you're flipping over to the other side of the line of scrimmage, they've got to be more physical and handle some of these gaps that have been created.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts, a 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Eagles are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Jalen Hurts with another touchdown rushing. 13 touchdowns, led all quarterbacks last year on the ground. No one else had more than 8. And, of course, we all remember the 3-touchdown game in the Super Bowl. So called running plays or scrambles, Jalen Hurts is dangerous.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Well, the 49ers settling in for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now Samuel. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Purdy on third down. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
So from just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 9. McCaffrey on the counter. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal. Open man is Juwan Jennings. Well, he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. 2nd and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And his pass incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Ray McLeod deep here for the Niners. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Purdy from the gun. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Like Sony thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Now a 2nd and 10. A handoff left, McCaffrey. There he goes, left side. Now he's loose at the 40. Inside the 20. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown, 49ers. Christian McCaffrey, 74 yards. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass. Let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Jake Moody now for the point after. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good.
49ers 7.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. On the return, Boston Scott. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Buying time to his left. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I don't want to be a jinx partner and put the whammy on him, but I think we could be looking at all-time damn the ground with the way that he's going. Only a few quarterbacks in this league are capable of a 100-yard game, and he's halfway there just in the first quarter. This is a record-setting pace. Hopefully, he can keep it up, and we can have fun watching it.
On 2nd down, Swift. And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And they'll find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So the completion there, and CD, as we know, trying to defend against an NFL quarterback, that's one thing. Trying to defend against a mobile NFL quarterback, that's quite another. What's the plan here defensively?
Well, the pass rush has to still try and get to him, and especially the guys on the edge, but they're going to go maybe a count slower, right? They want to make sure they don't get too far upfield where he steps up and takes off through a lane. The same is true for those interior guys as well. So you've got to change it up with him. Try and keep him hemmed into the pocket, and occasionally you throw a spy on it. A fast linebacker or one of your extra defensive backs who can dance with him a little bit if he takes off and runs.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 9. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
49ers 7.
The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Purdy. That's caught out right by Jennings. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 32-yard line.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36. A gain of about 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Purdy. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Niners 1st down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route. But he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction and was able to track the ball in another.
Purdy bootlegging it. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. Throwing here, Purdy. That's caught by Ayuk on the slant. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 37. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
And maybe that touchdown on the previous drive has re-energized this offense a little bit. They've been kind of sluggish until then, but they're showing signs of life here, and they get good yardage that time and a first down.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
116 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
There's Purdy on 1st and 10.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch.
And the 49ers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Shotgun now with Purdy. He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey.
Touchdown 49ers.
Christian McCaffrey.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the 49ers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Well, he is putting in a great all-around game, Charles. He already ran one in for a score, and now they utilize him in the passing game.
And they put a lot of pressure on a defensive coordinator and defense, don't they? Because they're used to him as a runner. But it turns out he's just as dangerous as some of those receivers, and he showed it right there. You don't pay enough attention to him defensively, he makes you pay.
Moody good with the extra point.
And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 23.
Hurts throw there taken in by Smith.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one. You know, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
And he's going to have an Eagles 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass trait in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Hurts.
Open man has got it, the tight end.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Back to the running game with Swift.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Deshaun Gibson there on the tackle.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the 48-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Swift.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop.
Brock Purdy and the 49ers out for their next possession.
Last series, the ball never hit the ground. 6 of 6, touchdown pass, so whatever he did then, do it again, right?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of when I watch the best quarterbacks throw 7-on-7 or even routes versus air. They're accurate. The receivers catch it. The ball never touches the ground. Or if you want to take it to basketball, a well-executed fast break, right? Pass, 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 finish at the rim, basket. Yeah, the ball never hits the ground there either.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
2nd down and a yard. Back to throw, Purdy.
That's complete. It's Kyle Juszczyk. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. McCaffrey running up the middle, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Jordan Davis, just a monster on that play, stopping it from going anywhere.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Purdy looking to throw.
Connects with Kittle underneath. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now it's 3rd and 3.
That's a good-looking play to me. The big tight end on a crossing route coming underneath. Sometimes he can gain some serious momentum going forward, can he?
Yeah, he can indeed. And pretty well executed there. The Niners on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Purdy now to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 32-yard line. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
Open man is Samuel, complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Once more, Purdy looking to throw. That's complete out left to Ayuk. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 13-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Jennings was the one he was looking for, but it'll be second down. Here's Purdy. This will be caught just inside the 10. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3. Purdy sets up to throw again. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Moody good with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14.
Eagles 14.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. Well, now how about this return? He's to midfield. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced to the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
On first down, Hurts. And this is caught inside the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 39 yards there, a big one.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal. They go play action with Hurts. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Slipping into the backfield for the sack was Oren Burks.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on first and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. But, Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day, first and goal from the 2, a lot of big people with big neck rolls, they were on the field trying to ram it into the end zone.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Well, this has certainly turned into a showcase game for what he can do on the ground because they're just continuing to give him chances to run it, and he's earning every additional carry by putting up positive yardage on each run.
On 3rd and goal, they're going to run the option. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. Hurts sets up to throw it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They throw for it on 4th and goal at the 1. And this 49er defense stands tall down near the goal line. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Oh, look at the juke. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8-yard line. 129 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
But both teams practice this situation, and this time the guys on offense won, and in a very nice way. What a run from that position on their own goal line.
Gave him some good breathing room.
I wonder now, do you still stack the line of scrimmage, or do you play normal defense? They may have backed him off with that run.
Now Purdy. That's caught downfield by Kittle. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Here's a 2nd and 5. Purdy. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Again, it's Purdy to throw it. This is going to be incomplete.
1st down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
So on 4th down, here's the Australian native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he fields it cleanly. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Complete to Zacchaeus. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Now a 2nd and 6. Throwing is Hurts.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
This short throw caught by Goddard. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
This is all about testing a defense at different levels. Both the tight end and the receiver outside are going to run matching dig routes at varying depths down the field. This gives your quarterback options. He decides to go with his tight end on the shorter route, and he made the right call.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, BG, thanks very much. And welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw the former All-Pro Christian McCaffrey up to his old tricks in that first half. He found the end zone twice, once on the ground and once in the passing game, as he proved he's anything but a one-dimensional running back.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And he returns this to the 22.
Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Got a man, it's Brown. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw.
It's caught on the right side. It's Smith.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Hurts.
And he'll be taken down, but not makes it past the 50. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Now that's a quarterback who's in charge out there right now. Wants to throw the ball on third down, doesn't find anyone open, tucks it away, takes off, and picks up the first down. Not by a little, but by plenty.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 46.
Hurts.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. He is out of bounds inside the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they've bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Now back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. 4th down now as San Fran's defense was strong in coverage. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that'll bring them back within 4.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. And let's get the ball back for us.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away.
And it's a pretty good return here, so he'll get this up to the 29.
Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about seeing defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now, if you want to take a shot on 2nd down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
Purdy's throw complete here to Ayuk.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
It's a gain of 6. And the 49er first down.
Throwing here, Purdy.
Connects with Kittle underneath. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
2nd and 7. Back to throw, Purdy.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick. Found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Hurts going to keep it running right. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as the tackle made here at the 36. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it. Most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Hurts his throw brought in by Brown. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Well, obviously, red man covers their partner, and he got downfield and broke down the defender. Made him
what do you mean by that, Bert?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10, right at the 40. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he's got some space here. And this defense now ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 47 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. He'll drop this one off to Swift. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Being chased, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Nick Bosa picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. The kick by Elliott is good, and that'll bring him back within a point. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. Ray McLeod to return. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Purdy off the play fake.
This will be caught at Samuel. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Purdy's throw pulled in by Kittle.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try to get some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Purdy with it on 3rd and long.
That's caught out right by Jennings. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. On first down, Hurts. Zacchaeus here hauling it in. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. On the option to give to Swift here. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
They'll try and run here with Swift. But he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 55 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Brad, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 9. Hurts sets up to throw it. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They'll set up to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Nick Bosa getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Well, the offense has had a big day. He's been great running the football, but I don't think anybody liked that last result.
No, they didn't like the last result at all, but they have to look at it in total, don't they? They've had a big day running the football. You take an occasional loss or an occasional bad play along the way, but all in all, they have to like what they've done.
Purdy. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. This is McCaffrey on the give. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Purdy now on 2nd down. And he will find his man Samuel. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 12-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he dropped it about the 11 after only a yard.
Early down steps to put this offense in precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Now Purdy. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a 1-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
And his kick is good. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner. We watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Hurts. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Throwing is Hurts. third down and 3.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 3. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. And he's got this down to the 35. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
2nd down. Here's Hurts. Well, he short arms that one just a bit. It's low and incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
These are running back numbers that he's accumulating right now. Received double-digit carries and has rewarded them by breaking the century mark in rushing, in addition to what he's done through the air. Definitely MVP caliber football we're witnessing.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Nick Bosa, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front and getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
It's a pickup of 17 there, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Giving to the big tight end on 4th. And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They only needed about 4 or 5 inches there. Relied on the big guys up front and got it done.
Yeah, this is time to just go ahead and hit it straight ahead. No juking, right? No movement in the backfield. Take the ball and go. As I heard a coach tell a player a long time ago, save your dance up for the club, son. Just get up into that line of scrimmage.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
And this is a rarity in the NFL, a 100-yard game on the ground for a quarterback. Even as those passers get more athletic and mobile, we only see about 5 of these a season. It takes a special set of circumstances for it to happen, and of course, a special player.
They go option right on 2nd and goal. And he's in for the Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles have taken a 4th quarter lead.
This has definitely been a back-and-forth affair, and now they have the lead here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and they gave up the field goal on that last drive, as we remember, but it felt like their offense told them, don't worry about it. We've got your backs. We'll come back with a touchdown of our own, and they did.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that gives him a 3-point lead. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. Christian McCaffrey and his 49er teammates back onto the field. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
Sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
A give running left. It's McCaffrey. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be second down.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with second and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now.
A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17. Purdy. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. Third down and 13. Purdy now to throw. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked it down to force a 4th down?
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 28-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Swift.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him the 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Well, they run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Pretty good job there defensively of stringing that one out.
Yeah, you've got a quarterback who's waiting and waiting for something to develop, and it just never materialized, and down he went behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's Hurts to throw.
across midfield inside the 45. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
Carter, even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for the lead right now because he's been terrific in a dual threat role, really chewing up yardage and getting them points with his legs. Simply put, that defense has had no way of stopping him, and that's why his side is on top.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 43.
From the gun, here's Swift.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Hurts. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First, on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop him. I like the confidence he showed.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Back to throw, Purdy.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you're talking about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Now Purdy. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Purdy looking to throw. A quick throw there is incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
A potential field goal, if you're thinking about that, almost 55 yards from here as they try to get closer on 3rd down.
Again, it's Purdy to throw it. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he is going to have a 49ers 1st down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows 1st down.
Oftentimes we think of those tough yards as grinding yards that a running back has to pick up. How about the tight end there picking up the 1st down in that situation?
That's what he's there for, right?
Big fella, get it to him, let him fight off some people and pick up the necessary yardage.
Purdy's throw there taken in by Kittle.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Out of the gun, Purdy.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Here's Purdy. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Third and long coming up defensively. You pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Oh, no, he lost the football.
And now this ball picked up by the offense. But we're in the final 2 minutes of the game. This will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage. But I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And with a little more than a minute to go, we are all tied. So a big kick to get this back to even. Yet now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get into overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And here's Scott to return it. Fielded just outside the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Inside a minute to go. Here's 2nd and 10 now. They run out of the gun with Swift.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that sets up a big third down. Now the decision has to be, do you run it here and play for OT, or do you go ahead and press it downfield?
Well, the elements, the crowd, the situation, this is NFL football at its best. Here's 3rd down. They'll run right here with Swift. Oh, they'll wind up losing yardage on the play. You cannot have that. And also, 4th down now.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
He's got the hook up downfield to Samuel.
Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
Well, this offense still has the one timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. To throw is Purdy. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
At the 34-yard line.
So it all comes down to the right foot of Jake Moody.
This from 51 yards for the win. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. Footing obviously an issue in the driving rain. This one for the win. And this one is right down the middle. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So they tried to ice him there, but it's fair to say it did not have the intended effect.
And I've known kickers that take it as an affront. And there he says, you think you're going to rattle me? Think again.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away.
Oh, good return up past the 30. Well, this one, Carter, was fun down at the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won. And fun for us because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long from Philly.